I am also farting. Marie, I'm also farting. Hello, hi everybody. Good morning, good morning. Cool? Oh yeah. Me too, me too. Let me switch over to the live scene. Hello everybody, good morning. What's poppin'? Do you guys come here often? You guys come often? Maybe I shouldn't say that, because a lot of you guys are like 6. A lot of you guys are like 6 or 7. I'm still sick! I'm still sick! Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Today, as some of you already know, we are going to be playing Rue Valley. You're not funny? I'm not trying to be. I'm actually just trying to sexually assault you guys. Let me see. Today is Rue Valley. And that means we have to be super duper Reddit depressed. Aw, sad. That's all sad. Hello, hello, hello. Do you speak Spanish? I do not. Sorry, sorry. If I did speak Spanish though, I'd probably say some Spanish. Are you a dinosaur microwave? Is that bait? Not that I know of, but that sounds cool. Hello, everybody. Killing time on a lunch break? That sounds good. God, I forget. I always forget that I'm on, like, the Pacific, like, West Coast. And that makes me, like, the last time zone on the planet, so everybody else is, like, in the middle of, like, either sleeping or it's, like, the afternoon for them. Which is, like, insane for me to think about. Are you straight? Great question. Game name is Rue Valley. How am I doing? I'm doing alright. But hello, everybody. Hello, Huntrix. Hello, Minnie. Ulrich, Kiwi, King, Nico, Magic, Freddy. What's up, guys? How's your day going? How's your morning going? I'm gonna click the continue button and play my little video game. Now, the last time we played this, I used my old computer. I don't know if my save is still stuck around, so I hope everything is chill. We'll see, though. We'll see if the continue button works at all. We are exactly where I want us to be. We are in a perfect location. We are in a woman's bedroom, and we are trying to steal her things. Great. This is fantastic. I have a broken foot, and I'm soaked in water. Alright, this is a great start. I also have to charge my phone. Hang on. We've got a lot of thinking. We got a lot of thinking to do. Let me see. My stars hotkey is not working, so for like the past week and a half, I've just been glowy. Perhaps there's a clever way he uses to bypass the door security. You found the warranty lists, the manufacturer's website. There may be something useful there. Nah, dude, this door has an electronic lock on it as well? They hate me. We don't have much time. We only have like 3 minutes before the world ends, so I'm gonna pick up the funny horse. Hello, Legacy. Hello, Mimi. Hello, Charlie. Your name is my display name. That's true. Are you bald? Are you lying? You could say yes and no once. I'll say yes to bald and no, I'm not lying. Oh, welcome to Horizontal Legacy. You're in the cool chat. Hanging out in the cool chat, huh? I still haven't switched off Streamlabs yet, so horizontal viewing might not be the best option, but I guess the chat room will be slow. You'll definitely get more of my attention. Hey, Possum. Alright. Let's keep playing the little video game. A mix of handiwork and tradition. It looks old, something that's lingered in the house for generations. That was an interactable? They hate me, dude. Anyway, let's look at the trophies. Golden trophies line a rickety shelf, not a speck of dust or grime on them. Let's take a look at the trophy shaped like a galloping horseman shooting a rifle. So, this horseman is not on a horse. It's a horseman with a gun that's shooting and is galloping. Like a centaur? Hello, Roman, what's up? It's good over here? Yes, Legacy. Yes. Thank you. Very good. Oh, hey, Brandon. What's up? You had an emotional breakdown last night? Sad memories going through your head? I get you, man. I hope you're doing okay. Been there, done that. That shit's no fun. some Reddit tier advice, since we're playing the Reddit tier game, is never make a decision in the middle of the night, because that's when, like, you're most vulnerable. Is it pink? Hello, Taco. Did a meteor land on me and I became shiny? I am? Yeah, you got it. Is that how shiny Pokemon work? A meteor lands on their heads or whatever? Hey, Deku, what's up, man? I sound a lot better? I feel a lot better. I can really tell that my throat is, like, slowly getting fixed. Live early as well? Yeah, today will be the last 10 a.m. stream for this week. Everything else is going back to normal tomorrow. Hello, Maze. Hello, Bat. Bat. Can I tell you my favorite animal? Of course. Go ahead and list your favorite animal down below, and I'll kill you over it. Hey, if you want to die... Hey there, kids. If you want to die, go ahead and list your favorite animal in the chat. Hey, Flip, what's up? Despite the deception cast by golden glitter, a scratch on one of the horse's legs reveals the trophy is actually made out of plaster. A cursive inscription on the trophy base reads, Horseback Shooting Competition, Bothwood County Fair, 94, followed by first place, Maxine K. She's a shooter, dude! Max is a shooter! Hey, Allison, how am I? I'm almost finally done being sick. Favorite animals and axolotl, that's a good one. Hello, Ariel. Hello, Adam. What's poppin'? Let's take a break. Let's take a break for the rest of your time here in this chat. Wasn't Maxine, like, super young back then? Hello, Ghost, what's up? E. Viscaccia. What is a viscaccia? Deku. Hello, Valentina, what's up? Let's take a break. Oh man, I'm putting some people in breaks today. Man, you guys could go for a coffee or something. You're also sick, Allison? God, dude. It's going around. It's going around. Do a quick Google search. I will never alt-tab ever again. What possible use is the horseback shooting in this day and age? Surely it can't be that gold. Peel off the paint. We're gonna fuck up this statue. A case of useless curiosity. Even if it was, you would have no use for it. My VTuber is sick. I am, Maze. I am Maisie. You have just spawned. Hello, Supa. How am I? Tired. Well, no, I have a lot more energy because I'm not sick anymore. We're doing COVID-20. COVID-1998. Your nails break along with chunks of paint. And surprise, surprise, it's plaster. Pick up the trophy shaped like a lasso. You have to admire the craftsmanship. The texture really feels like a real rope bound in lasso. The base of the trophy reads 97 Cows Herding Tournament, Crimson Desert County Fair, and Maxine K first place. Damn, she's good at what she does. How old am I? I'm 27. The Viscaccia is like South American rodent related to chinchillas, known for their rabbit-like appearance, long ears, bushy tails, though they are not logomorphs. Oh, is the Viscaccia the one that hops around? Why is a rodent your favorite animal? Get his ass, Baha. Bah. What's underneath all this gold paint? Dude, I'm really peeling off the paint right now. As the paint slowly chips away, your nails reveal a real rope underneath. Whoever made it probably used a ton of super glue to make it work. Oh shit. What about the golden spur statue? The inscription reads, Rue Canyon County Fair and horseback riding. Maxine K first place with the year 2000. Who knew this place kept such strong traditions for a way of life that's been dead for more than a century? Some things are just hard to kill. What's with this golden scroll? There's an inscription at the base of the trophy, 95 Stockman's Quiz, Rue Spring County Fair, then Maxine K first place. The hell is a Stockman's Quiz? Ah, yes. No internet. You could remember to check it later when you're online, but let's be real, this will be the only moment in your life that you want to find out about a Stockman's Quiz. And the moment is gone. True. Got my ass. You thought I was like 15? Maybe I am. I'm 15 in spirit. My brain certainly fucking... I mean... My body certainly doesn't feel 15. No to sleep, just play. Remember to stay positive. I'll try, OC. I'll try. I'll just start talking about sad things, like, what's a really sad thing? Ice cream. Hello, Ramses, what's up? It's a mix between a rabbit and a rat. That's cute. Seems Maxine was groomed from a very young age for a very specific way of life. One that doesn't entail owning and running a gas station. All of us are just ruins of our parents' desires. Hope she's happier now. Alright, we don't have much time left. I think the documentation is probably what we need to browse through first. My broken foot is killing me, dude. What's my least favorite animal? That's... my least favorite animal? I don't know if I have a least favorite. I love all animals. I don't think I can pick one. That question's a little too tough for me. I only answered you one time, Ariel? That's true. I'm not really good at answering questions. I just like them. I just like being asked questions. That's why I like them. They also look tired. You've never seen a 27-year-old? Oh, do live streams. Really? How old are people doing live streams nowadays? Aren't they like 600 years old? My shiny astronaut? I am Magic. I'm an astronaut. Oh, my hotkeys aren't working. I can't use my buddy hat. Shit. Hello, Naomi. Hello, Cody. I'm an astronaut, but I'm also a wizard. I don't have my hotkeys on my hat aren't working right now. A booklet with a lot of text written in very small letters. Oh, that's okay. I guess we'll be able to interact with that later on. Let's hit the stereo system. It's a stereo system, probably from the late 90s or early 2000s. You spent countless hours blasting angsty music through a very similar device back in your teenage years. Turn it on. The stereo hums to life, and LED lights flicker across the control panel, almost too eager to show off its cutting-edge features. Okay. Excuse me. You're talking to me, Ariel? Thanks for answering your question. 56? Hello, Cody. Hello, Naomi. Hello, Puffle. Good name. Are you Love Lizard? That's right, Cody. I am Love Lizard. Hello, cool kid. Two cassette decks, a radio receiver, a CD player that can hold 7 discs, and the big bass-boosted TM option. Let's check out the cassette decks. Blocked by Cynical, turn on the big bass boost TM. Fuck. There's a cassette inside the right deck. The left one is empty. We'll play the cassette. A smooth, plaintive voice glides over the steady rhythm of an accordion and a guitar. The lyrics speak of leaving everything behind and long nights spent far from home. Eject the cassette. The deck doesn't budge at first, sticking slightly before you manage to pry it open. The label on the cassette reveals it's a DIY mixtape, but what was written on the label is faded and smudged beyond recognition. Check out the CD player. What can you say? It boasts a 7-disc capacity. Quantity is quality of its own, right? Yeah, 7 whole discs. You could load up an entire week's worth of music, or just let it sit there, showing off its potential. Whoever last used it clearly didn't have the vision for that kind of commitment, as the display flickers indicating there's only 1 disc inside. Let's play it. The disc begins to spin, and the speakers come alive with a surge of grinding beats, metallic melodies, and harsh synths screeching like factory alarms. Oh shit, it's Iron Wave. Gross, dude. Guess what 2 more YouTubers have guessed my name in lives? Is it Ariel? Hello, Gojo. Hello, Davis. Davies? Hello, Dave. Hello, Nico. Oh shit, it's Iron Wave. The beats catch you off guard, a blast from the past you weren't quite prepared for. Steal the disc. The CD tray slides out with a soft mechanical whir, revealing a burned CD. Written across the surface in uneven marks is the note, not Gasturbator Blues. Music from Jace. It's only when you read it again that it hits you Gasturbator Jace could be Jason. The dumper burns. So it has to be him. Yeah, and he definitely looks old enough to still be burning audio discs in 2027. Speaking of audio discs, don't you still drive a car with a CD player? If you thought ahead and burned a couple of discs yourself before coming here, you could have been cruising through the desert to music you actually like. Fuck you. Alright, we're 1 minute away from the end of the world. Perhaps Alex will recognize the name Jace. Oh, we could try asking. What's in the bed? The bed is neatly made, ready for sleep or simply for show. Nothing remarkable about it, except that it's Maxine's and it has the air of a family heirloom. We gotta search it. Favorite song, Deku? I don't know if I have a favorite song. It's a good question. It used to be... it used to be a long time ago. It used to be Creature by Half Alive. But I think now it's probably Your Mom. I'm joking, Deku. You look sick? I am sick. Sick nasty. What game is this? This is Rue Valley. Look at Furry. Hello, Dragon Nuts 69. Good name. My dad? No! Gross. You find nothing except the nagging thought that it looks far more comfortable than the bed in your own room, despite being much, much older. It carries the faint scent of lavender and herbs, probably from a homemade softener. They really don't make them like they used to. The hell it's the end of the world. Oh, God. Oh, God. Does FR mean fried rice? It does. It does, Nico. It does. What's my name? My name is Theodore. The Eternal Towers of Hell. I do not. Cool kid. I don't... Oh, yeah. The Roblox game? The parkour one? And I have a question. Do I have any questions for... Wait until next session. Never mind.
All right.
Get out of here.
You should go and check.
Alright then. That's it for today. Alright, we know how to get into the house now. We have to go break our foot. Let's go break our foot. I'm gonna go break my foot. I'm actually gonna charge this phone first. I'm gonna plug this phone in. It doesn't really do me any good just being dead over and over and over again. Oh, we can also talk to Jason. I kind of want to search the house. I didn't get my key card. Jason, give me the master key card. I'm gonna get my apartment this way.
All right. Let's see.
Let's see.
Ah, it's right there.
Emo unk. I don't think I'm that emotional. Hello, Aaron. What's up? Hello, Space Kitten. Also a good name. I need to charge my phone. Frank's phone. Find the charger and put the phone in. Put the phone in the charger, bro. Alright, the phone is charging. Intention updated. Access Frank's phone. Yeah. It's charging. Oh, I was like, why can't I move? I'm dead. Alright, we're gonna leave that there, I think, for this run and see what happens. I hope I don't have to go get his phone again from anywhere. We'll see, though. And then let's go to the K Ranch again and search. It takes forever to get out there, and then to get in, it takes me all night. No, I gotta... Perhaps there's... Okay, hang on. There must be a faster and less painful way to enter the house than breaking the door each time. Heard that Walter has a secret way of exiting, so there might be an alternative way to enter it too. Perhaps there's a clever way he uses to bypass the door security. He found the warranty lists, the manufacturer's website, and maybe something useful. Alright, the manufacturer's website. The only place with internet is the Kuiper Belt, so let's go to the Kuiper Belt and grab some internet. How long have I been live streaming? This stream has been going live for 24 minutes now. Can I say my real name? No. Gnarly. I'm not picking up that phone call. I'm not picking up that phone call, man. I'm not picking up that phone call. It's not gonna happen. Was I on the island? Are you talking about Jeffrey Epstein's island? Are you talking about Jeffrey Epstein's pedophile island? You're asking me if I was on the pedophile island and I was touching other children. Yeah. Saying 2 YouTubers found my real name. Is that real? Yeah. Did they list out what my real name was? What's your business? Can you ask a question? Of course, space. Wow, I need more space-based viewers. Oh, anyway, I have a Wi-Fi connection now. I'm going to go to fortdeloctor.com. The search leads to the official website of the doors manufacturer, Fort Deloctor Doors, Locks and Fortifications. You are greeted with a blurry animation of a door closing, followed by the sound of numerous locks clicking into place. The screen transitions to the homepage, which cleverly resembles the door from the intro. The logo, Fort Deloctor, prominently dominates the upper part of the screen. Along the left side of the screen, 4 distinct locks are arranged in a neat column, each one serving as a button. Oh god, dude. We no longer know how to make websites like this. Jesus, man. Hello, Supa. If I were to ask you to pronounce my channel name, would I do it? Supa Me Man? Supa Me Man? Supa Me Come? How long have I been doing this? This stream has been live for almost 30 minutes now. Unless you're talking about Rue Valley. We've been playing Rue Valley for about a month now. Do I know what the disease called HUS is? No. H-U-S. Is it Hus D's nuts? Blink twice if I need help. That's all I ever do. What's the game name? The game name is Rue Valley. Let me clean my glasses. Maybe that'll help with the blinking. I can't see anything. Okay. What am I doing? Not much, just chilling. You anime weep? Sometimes. Not all the time, though. Comes and goes. It's an ultra-rare disease, kidney disease. Holy, dude. What's it? What? It's an acronym? What's an acronym for? What's my favorite anime? Onimai, I'm Your Sister Now. Followed closely by Space Dandy. And then Dungeons, Drive-Ins, and Dines. How much did this VTuber model cost? Almost $3,000. I'm gonna tap the padlock. The padlock opens, and the right side of the screen transitions into a story about a family-owned business that has grown into an empire. The story is accompanied by a series of pictures from both the past and present, showcasing the company's journey and achievements over the years. As you scroll down the page, the company's motto, "We keep the good things in and the bad things out," follows you as you read. Now that's a good motto. Not really. I'll click it though, because it's better than like the introspection option. 3,000 for something you'll never use in 2 years, hopefully. Actually it's pronounced Supa Memen. Supa Memen. Gotcha. You have HUS, and I had it when I was born. Mine's also permanent. Why not just remove your organs? Hello, Shrimp. Why's my left eye blinking more? Because my, I got a new computer and my synchronization on my camera and my VTube software is not, it's not as, like, synchronized as it probably should be. I haven't gotten around to doing anything serious yet. Just talking, bro, not doing anything. What should I be doing? Should I be jerking off? Should I be doing brain rot? No, thank you, Night Sparrow. Can I say something in Russian? No. I don't speak Russian at all. Let's tap the combination lock. Tapping the icon makes the keypad flash 1111, and the right part of the screen transitions into a big catalog. You see residential, security, and even the smart doors and countless handles, peepholes, and other accessories to customize your selection. There's also a special offer category featuring a limited series of handcrafted doors. The description states that these doors are specially designed to prevent ghosts from entering the house. These unique creations were developed in collaboration with the famous ghost hunting TV show. Alright, well, how about classic locks? How about sliding bolt locks? The bolt moves and the right part of the screen changes to display an impressive list of customers eager to share their experiences with Fort de Locter doors, locks, and fortifications. Both companies and individuals recount how they discovered Fort de Locter, their experiences using their products, and their overall satisfaction. Each review includes a 10-star rating system, allowing you to see which models are the most popular. Alright, well, let's check the best first. Box 7000. It features a story about the Johnson family who claimed the door saved their home and possibly their lives. Holy shit, dude. No way I'm reading that. Right, who cares? Oh no. Check the worst rated product. It's apparently a peephole model, PPHOO. There's only one review in which the customer praises the peephole's functionality, but complains that its color does not fit her bathroom door. Still, they gave it a 9-star. Alright, check the rating for the model. They put a peephole on their bathroom door. They put a peephole on their bathroom door. In or out? You find the model, but there's no reviews and no ratings. Okay. The key appears to open the lock, transforming the screen into the support and FAQ section, which resembles an old-style forum. The interface looks dated with a nostalgic feel, complete with pixelated icons and retro font. It uses an old system of threads. One user creates a thread with a question and everyone can respond. Finding the answer you're looking for might be exhausting. Well, let's just search for the SD3000 XT. Thousands of results pop up. You better add more keywords. Locked. There are still hundreds of results. Better add another question. Better add another keyword. No keycard. This shortens the list of the results, but it's still too much to hassle. How about escape? Finally, the results are filtered down to a few posts, and luckily, one of them seems to be relevant. The subject reads, "Need help, Dad keeps getting through a locked door." What the fuck does that mean? Happy birthday, Rena. Hello, Savannah. You got a PC for Christmas space? I did too, man. I did too. It's not your birthday, A-Wish? Happy not birthday, man. Happy not birthday. Chicken sandwich? Oh shit, good name. I don't sound real? I'm an AI. Hello, Desiree. Best of luck, Space. Disco Elysium 2? Wow. Fucking Prof. Hello, Prof. What's up, man? Indeed it is. Indeed it is. You're learning Japanese and Korean? I'm only learning Japanese. I'm not very good at it, though. Hello, Gabby. Sing Skibbity Toilet? What do you mean, sing Skibbity Toilet? It's a song? Hello, Joker. Your birthday is in June 24th? Okay, cool kid. Well, February, March, April, May, June. Happy birthday in 5 months and, like, 14 days. Happy birthday in 67 days. Do I speak Dutch? I do not. Hello, Deborah. Hello, Murillo. Open the post. Let's see it. A user named Max86, oh well, Speak of the Devil, writes about an issue with her father who is suffering from dementia. They installed an SD3000 XT door to prevent him from leaving the house unattended. However, he keeps disappearing from the house even though the door is locked and untempered, and he has no keycard. They even barred the windows on the ground floor, making it impossible for him to leave that way. It can't fucking be, dude. The father refuses to explain how he manages to exit, leaving the family puzzled and seeking help to understand how he gets out without being seen. Technical support offers a generic solution. At first, check the card reader's power source and try turning it off and on again. The original poster answers that they checked it and did a reset on the device, but it keeps happening. Other users join the discussion and post their solutions or ideas. As you read through the pages of the threads, you see that it slowly dissolves into a quagmire of arguing between users, stale memes, bot posts, trolling, and occasional warnings from the administrator. You'd rather not read all of it. Well, let's check the last page. The last post is from the official support, and it marks the issue as resolved, linking to one of the user's posts inside the thread. Yeah, let's read the post. You came here with a problem and then refused to listen to hundreds of well-intentioned pieces of advice posted by both official support and well-meaning Fortaloctor users. If none of our suggestions are correct, I say it's clear that your father has superpowers, either flying or teleporting. She must have made him angry. No, dude, that's kind of toxic. Hello, Powery. You're making a game, Marilla. Me too, man. Let's make games together. Hello, Forsaken. Wizard, tell me, what is charcoal? Incorrect answers only. Charcoal, huh? Charcoal is, like... I can't think of a joke. I can't think of a joke, man. Isn't it like that flavor of gum or whatever? It's like they used to sell little bits of charcoal that were pieces of gum that were like blackened in like a box around Christmas time. I don't think they sell them anymore. What's my favorite game? Team Fortress 2. Charcoal is the Patch Kids. Oh shit, Wish Gamer. That's what it is. Too sick? Charcoal is compressed carbon, my dude. I don't know. That's kind of toxic. She must have made them angry. That's kind of toxic. Anyway, Max is getting in a flame war online about a locked door. Perhaps you could search inside the thread for possible answers and see what people say about it. That's the most choices we've had in the game so far. And it's searching through the most choices we've had in a game so far for any decision, and it's searching through a goddamn, like, flame war on Twitter. Oh, God, dude. Cold is all it takes to nerf my brain. Very true. When I get sick, I kind of turn into, like, Kaguya. What are we doing? Hey, Nathan, what's up, man? Who's the bartender in the background? He's a big guy. He's the big guy. He's the SpongeBob Big Guy Pants, okay. I thought I turned this chat off. Hang on. I want to turn the chat off for vertical. That way you guys can see more of the screen. Horizontal gets to keep the chat, though, so... Hello, Luck. What's up? Speak another language? I cannot speak another language. Who is this Kaguya you speak of? Oh, it's an anime girl. Look, Kyoko. Perhaps? Alright, well, I mean, I guess we'll search paranormal first. Why not? On page 62, somebody mentions the anti-ghost store that you read about. The discussion descends into a clash between the haters, who claim it's all fake, and fans of the show who defend it. At one point, Max86 reminds everybody that her father is still alive, so whether the door is ghost-proof or not is not a factor. She receives the answer that he probably won't be for long, as it's a known fact that many future ghosts begin demonstrating at least some ghost-like ability shortly before their death. Is this true? Do I play Deltarune? I've never played Deltarune. Do you watch or hear about Dandadan? I watched the first season of Dandadan. Please don't tell me you do sus things. I do jerk off sometimes, Glitch. I'm sorry to say. I do masturbate. Hello, Kaizen. Of course. Hey, Akatsuki. Welcome back. For free? Not on stream. Would I punch a ghost for being a ghost? If I could punch a ghost, I would punch a ghost. That does sound super funny. Alright, well, how about tailgating then? The search yields a post on page 15 about a famous magician, Henry Duty, who used tailgating to gain access to many places. He mastered walking silently behind people entering or leaving locked buildings, and waiting for the right moment before the door closes to slip by unnoticed. Other users reply with news clips or videos showing how he did it. Impressive. Alas, the original poster closely answers that they are closely monitoring their father when they come and go, always ensuring the doors close behind them. No solution there. Alright, well, how about their brother? On page 11, someone brings up the rest of the family. Max86 replies that her brother is the only one with another keycard, and he of all people would have no reason to let their father out. Still, some users prod the original poster to double-check maybe her brother's playing her, for reasons only known to him. Alright, how about the upper floor? On page 21 of the thread, you find a post with a suggestion from user Bungie for Life that the father may be jumping through a window on the non-boarded upper floor. We should just go ask Maxine what the deal is. You know, she's over at the gas station. Do I watch Demon Slayer? No. How am I doing? I'm doing alright. I'm almost done being sick, though, which I'm happy about. I'm attempting to masturbate. This is the correct answer, I guess. The administrator... What do you think, Graham? Do you think I'm succeeding in that goal so far with how many people come in here and they're like, oh. You really wanted to watch a VTuber who is normal? I don't think you're gonna get that, man. Oh, Nathan. With a reminder that the company is not liable if somebody is injured in the process. The original poster replies that the windows on the upper floor are too high and the father would definitely hurt himself if he tried to jump out. It's a dead end, let's try something else. How about the basement? It gives no results, I guess nobody thought of that. Then again, they probably barred all the windows and exits in the basement as they did on the ground floor. Alright, so it's the basement then, right? Nobody thought about the basement, it's gotta be the basement. Alright, how about the ventilation ducts? A post asks about alternate routes out of the house, suggesting that the father may be using ventilation ducts. The original poster, Max86, explains they live in a really old house which lacks such modern structures. Another user, Secure Freak, replies that the lack of certain modern structures listed in the attached file may lead to a number of hazards. His next post is an ad for a construction company, Secure North Builders, that specializes in renovating old houses to meet modern standards. How about a bug? A post on page 31 mentions the possibility of a software bug contributing to the door being opened. A reply from the moderator informs the user their post has violated the forum rules and they are therefore being permanently banned. Nobody mentions this again. Oh my god, dude. That's probably also it. It's either that or the basement. Have I searched for Rule 34 before? I have. It's okay stuff. Thank you, Samuka. How am I doing? Sickly. My answer did not go through, but yes, you did succeed. Yes! Me when I set a goal and then achieve it. Yay! I have to change that title. Search for the auto unlock. On page 21, someone mentions the possibility of an auto unlock event. Another user replies saying it's impossible, followed by a long rant about the QM's 1100 standard for Fort de Lockers, lock doors. Unwillingness to comply with it. Once again, a reply from the moderator informs the user their post has been violated, the forum rules, and the user is permanently banned. You've exhausted all the search ideas, and you're no closer to the truth. Perhaps the official support was right. This is about Walter, not about the door. Perhaps he is a ghost. Whatever the case, you could try to find a way to learn more about his past disappearances. His past police records could be a good place to start. What do you mean by that? Where the fuck am I gonna get past police records? After combining the door manufacturer's website and support forum, you find nothing that would explain how Walter bypasses the door security. Perhaps it's not about the door. After all, maybe you could try learning more about his past disappearances by calling the police. They keep record of everything. Alright, well, I guess I can make that call then. Ask the police to Walter's record. No, not this motherfucker. Not the Bothwood Sheriff's Department, dude. They haven't done anything for me. What's the goal in the game, Nathan? We're stuck in a time loop and we're trying to get out of it. Burgers or pizza? More of a burger guy. I like pizza, don't get me wrong, but I'm picking burgers. Hello, Ryuki. Hello, Xander. Cupcakes. Time loop is crazy. It's okay. Not the most exciting plot line. A lot of folks ask if I'm a girl or a boy, after all. They also ask if I'm straight or gay. I never really know how to answer any of that stuff. I don't know. None of my business. Bothwood Sheriff's Department, Deputy Sheriff Cody speaking. How can we help? Deputy Sheriff Cody is caught in a downward spiral of boredom, and your call is just an insignificant interruption in the grand scheme of things. Ask for Walter's police record. No way he'll just give you that info. Perhaps if you introduce yourself as someone else, come up with something. You're a content writer, after all. UB Pursuer. Gerontological social worker, Ministry of Public Happiness, conducting a check on our beneficiary. Malcolm Schwarberwitz from Schwarberwitz, and Schwarberwitz. Scrivovitz. Hang on. Calling about a records about to ensure the adherence to regulatory and statutory requirements. Deputy Cody, Jack John Lawson, private investigator, some assistance, quick. Nurse Nightingale from Golden Age, a care home for elderly. I'm trying to assess the mental well-being of a client. Deputy Cody, this is Jack John Lawson, private investigator. I need some assistance, quick.
Deep breaths, pal. Everything's under control.
Listen, buddy.
So, what's this all about?
You can't be sure whether you sold the lie that well, or if this guy is so bored out of his mind that he would indulge you even if you told him there's an ongoing invasion from outer space. Does this game let you tell someone you're in a time loop? Yeah, Nathan. There's a quest line where you tell everybody you're in a time loop. I think the bartender's in a time loop. He looks like it. That's peak masturbating. As far as the word suggests, yeah. As far as the notion suggests. I suppose you're aware that Walter K is missing.
Walter K? Cousin Walter K?
Cousin Walter K?
Mister, I have to inform you that Walt's disappeared before, many times in fact, but he always comes back home, alive and well. Maxine, his daughter that is, he even stopped calling us.
I was hired to find Walter K, and I will do it.
Yeah, I get it. And pray tell, who hired you in the first place?
Maxine K. Alex K. I don't know.
What? Is he completely out of his mind? I just don't know what you expect me to do about it.
The tone of his voice says he wouldn't leave his office even if it was on fire. For now, insist into the records that the police have on him could prove useful. Insight to the records.
Police records? That would be very illegal.
Well, it was worth a try.
What?
It's for Cousin Walt, so...
So?
God, this guy, man. What the banana is going on? I can't believe you said that, Ryuki. And Cherry isn't even here. We're not gonna see Cherry. We haven't seen Cherry for a full day now. Poor bastard. Walter K. White. It's me, Walter K. White.
Give me a few to boot up the app.
Bro, are you a femboy or not? Konnichiwa. Even through the phone line, you can hear the slow, lazy keyboard strokes like Cody has all the time of this world.
Oh, that's the devil. You're lucky the sheriff insisted on record digitalization, or this one here would be a blank slate.
Whoa, let's take a break. If I don't play Deltarune, did I play Undertale? I have not played Undertale. You saw I was live on Twitter? Really, Leander? I haven't posted like a Twitter live message in like weeks, since last year. Maybe the question is, yeah, am I a wizard? That's more of a question than anything. Ram, none of my hotkeys are working, so I can't put on my wizard hat. What am I gonna do?
Alright now, what exactly are you looking for?
Are there any mentions of earlier disappearances?
Sure, a whole bunch of them. For instance, there's one 5 months ago, and again 8 months ago, reporter missing but spent all the time in the old corral.
Lay old corral.
One more, exactly 1 year ago, reporter missing again.
What was that about the corral?
Well, there's an old corral for cows and such, you know, next to the K house. We found our pal there, shouting and trying to train ghost horses.
Ghost horses?
Case closed.
Alright, so he went missing exactly 1 year ago.
Yep, to the day. The file says Maxine reported him missing, vanished out of thin air, she said. But Walt returned like nothing happened 36 hours later.
36 hours later.
No one knows. The old man ain't talking about it. You ask me?
Why is my VTuber's forehead so large? Aren't most VTubers' foreheads, like, huge? Also, because it's fun to have a big forehead. I can only astronaut post for now. This is so sad.
Went to Gray City for some geezer-loving action. I'm telling you.
Open the case from 5 months ago, please.
Let me see. Oh, that's nothing, mister. Old man supposedly disappeared. Maxine panicked and reported it, but Walt returned home in under 24 hours.
Anything older?
Yeah, sure. Let me scroll down a little. Had to go all the way back to 91. Phew. Cousin was a model citizen, seems like.
I mean, with a police case this long.
And even that report from 91 is only for public intoxication. Another from 89 when Apex Orr accused him of inciting violence at a rally.
Oh shit.
There's also a report from 88. Brought him in for questioning.
What happened in 89?
Now you're almost asking for a history lesson.
Yes, I am.
Back in the day, Cousin Walt ran for mayor and lost. Or won. Depends who you ask. He declared the election stolen, people rallied, caused all kinds of mess.
Holy shit, dude. How old am I? I'm 27. What's my favorite YouTuber? My Oshi is Sarah Hoishikawa from Nichisanchi JP. And then Alira.
It almost came to blood, let me tell you. At least, that's what I heard. I was nothing but a twinkle in my father's eye back then.
Gross. Why would he say that? How American would you rate this officer of the law? 100%. You've never met a more American deputy than this gentleman. Alright, what happened in 91?
File doesn't say much. Just that a patrol picked up Cousin in Bothwood. He was shit-faced drunk and was running through the streets. Naked?
Naked? How about in 88?
I ain't gonna read you the whole transcript, mister. Summary says Walt was brought in for questioning about grave desecration.
Whoa.
Says here the case detective concluded that Walt had nothing to do with it, because his alibi was rock solid.
Case closed.
Case closed.
Right, but is there anything on there about disappearances?
Yeah, let me look. No, this one's from 82. Unrelated.
Unrelated. He's mumbling to himself, long whispers that almost sound like words.
Hell, have to scroll down even further.
God, this guy's case list goes on forever.
I'm in 1960. Only something about Philip reporting cattle rustling and accusing Walt, but...
Holy shit, Walt was rustling, dude. Damn, that's a big one. Is the police really helping? Not at all, man, not at all. Police, you are game this in? No. That was the last Disco Elysium game we played. Can I say hello to Sin Shalavi? Yeah, hello. Do I play Roblox? Sometimes. History lessons from a police officer is comedy. It's so true. Got my ass.
Yeah, gotcha.
See?
September 25th, 1948. His very first record. Actually, is an official warning given to his father, because Kay was a minor back then.
Oh shit. It's been 80 years and you're still maintaining records for a minor?
Yep.
Can you please read me that report in the entirety?
Well, damn. But, alright. For Cousin Walt.
For Cousin Walt. He starts reading and it reminds you of a man slowly stumbling around a mountain in the night, afraid he'll fall into a bottomless
This
pit.
notice serves as an official warning regarding repeated incidents involving your son, Walter Kay, being found on the new railway bridge, unattended and involved in
Mischievous activity.
Previously, on September 16th, our officers responded to another report of Walter missing and found him in similar
Whoa, my mod was
circumstances.
freaking out. You'll be back in a minute. Maybe it does hold up slightly with Disco Elysium. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not Disco Elysium, I'll tell you that much. But I think Rue Valley holds its own weight so far. All the reviews on the game say that the game is like great until the ending, which is like, well, that's awkward. But we'll see. Because I'm having a good time with it so far.
It is imperative that you take immediate action to ensure the constant supervision and appropriate conduct of your child in public settings.
In public setting.
Failure to address these recurrent safety and behavioral concerns may result in further action from law enforcement, including potential legal repercussions.
Oh, hey Godzilla man, welcome back. Welcome back, large lizard creature. What game is this? Hello, Vivian. Vienna, my bad. This is Rue Valley.
Please prioritize the well-being and responsible behavior of your child to prevent any future incidents of this nature.
Interesting.
At the end of the report, not sure if you picked up anything from it. But, as I've said, there's nothing else on Cousin Walt.
That's it. Compliments to the Rue Valley Sheriff's Department.
Hey, nothing. I'm here to serve and protect.
Serve and protect.
Hope any of this helps you find Uncle Walt. Wouldn't want anything happening to the old man.
The lion is dead. Alright, I hope we got anything out of that, man. Walter's police records show he used to vanish out of the house even as a child. The earliest formal warning issued to his family dates back to 48. 1948? This guy's still alive and it's fucking 2027 or some shit like that? The house is full of old belongings. Maybe there's a chance of finding some relevant document from that era. Alright. Son of a... I don't think we can make it down to the K house in time. Am I gooning midstream? I am. Like the city and oh god forgot the country. That sounds about right. I'm fucking soaked, brother. Is there a barn that I can access? Because it sounds like he's just getting out through the barn. I guess not. Why am I doing 2 streams? Why not? I'm actually doing 3 streams right now. You see the wizard reading the full screen. Hello, Petra. With that music blasting inside, it seems like no one's gonna be opening the door for me. Let's break our way into the house again. Smash my foot on the door. God. Yeah. Alright, let's find out, dude. Not that door, but this door. There we go. Alright. Can I pick up this documentation? No. Nothing on that yet. I was not done searching this room last time, so... You've already given it a once-over duct-taped, dusty, unused for some time. Yes, give me all the clues. Inside, a few ornaments, some coloring pens, a hair clip, and several pins, trinkets, little things that feel more like memories than objects. Without the one who kept them, you can't be sure what any of it means. You can only guess. The ornament, maybe from her last New Year's from her mom? Maybe, possibly, you can't say for sure. Enough of this guessing game, better to focus on what can be known without imagination. Put the lid back. Oh, a diary. The shelf holds several photo albums. One of them is made out of cowhide. The black and white pattern is still vibrant, despite the album's apparent age. At least it's not a bot stream. Don't forget to soak your monitor. Agreed. Oh, hello, GamerEck. Welcome back. Got myself look outside today. Oh, shit. I think that's one of the games I wanted to write down on my list. Hang on. Is that the one that's... Is that the... Yeah, that's the game. That's one of the games I wanted to write down. I'm gonna put that in the Discord, so I remember to write that down. I'm gonna put that in the suggestions channel. Look outside. There we go. Thank you for the reminder. You the best girl. That's why they pay you the big bucks. Wow. The shelf holds several photo albums. One of them is made of... Oh, yeah. The second album is made of faux leather with an even faker gold print of K Family. A crumbling plastic cover barely holds the third album, and there's a faded title, Bothwood High School, Generation of 2000. Let's thumb through the K Family album. The first few pages hit you right in the feels. All of them are packed to the brim with pictures of a funeral. Well, you have to have a strong opener. And is there anything stronger than death? One photograph stands out, Walter in a black suit and a black cowboy hat, black-clad Alex and Maxine by his side. All of them are holding a fistful of soil, like they're preparing to throw it into the gaping grave. The date is February 15th, 1990. Must have been tough. Maxine lost her mom when she was, what, 4 years old? Old enough to remember, far too young to have any coping mechanisms. Tough is an understatement. The following pages are all filled with instant print landscapes of Rue Valley, with horse or two in some of the shots. Someone went on exploration expedition. But all the pictures look wrong. The frames are askew, or there is too much light, like a young child was handling the camera. One particular picture from this series pops out. Walter, staring at an endless desert, cheeks and eyes bloodshot. Below it says only Pops, 91. I know that redness, that empty stare. Yep, he's dead drunk, a state you've pulled yourself from one too many times. The next pages are filled with similar photographs. Walter on a porch, an empty bottle of Numb Night next to him, Walter next to the ranch house that's deteriorating even more rapidly than him. Walter with kids who looks so full of life like they're leeching his own vitality. Among many, another photograph from the graveyard stands out. The title is Mom's Anniversary, February 2nd, 93. Everyone's clad in black. Maxine's sitting on Walter's knee, wearing a cowboy hat. Alex is further away, his arms folded and full of rocks. My guy's fucking collecting the rocks, man. Bup. Hello, OD3, what's up? Now my YouTube chats aren't working. Hey, cool kid. Later, Game Wreck. What's going down? Give me Robux. Should I do something dangerous? Touch grass. Careful. Alright. At least they still have each other. Walter's sinking deeper and deeper into Boo's lake. And it's pulling him down, down, down by those bitter-tasting hooks. You continue flipping through the pages and start noticing a pattern established with the last picture. Maxine is always around Walter, always dressed like him. And Alex? He's always around, but always occupied with something else. One of the photographs from the period pops out. Maxine is determined, holding a golden trophy shaped like a lasso. Walter's gleaming with pride, and Alex is further away, his face filled with dismay. Touching grass kills gamers. Touching grass killed Gamerek. The title below reads, First Golden Lasso, 1997. 11 years old and already bagging trophies. And what were you doing when you were 11? Are you even sure you were potty trained back then? At the very end of the album, you find an ancient photograph. It's so old that it was almost utterly faded away. A horse in full gallop, a rider standing in stirrups, spinning a lasso around him. We'll check the album. It's filled with prom photos of pimple-infested teenage faces that mean nothing or less to you. Let's look at Alex. Alex sports pink, spiky hair, a purple suit jacket, and a once black t-shirt with Leo Thatcher for mayor. How about Maxine? Oh. Do I watch BFDI? What is BFDI short for? Maxine took her prom picture in jeans and with a cowboy hat. How's that for a statement? Is Frank here? If you hadn't seen Anita's old camera recordings earlier, you surely wouldn't recognize the man. Frank looks like life wasn't kind to him, but almost normal. All in all, 32 pictures of teenagers that made an effort to look like their best or their worst. At the end of it, you find an instant print picture for the celebration. It says, Frank, Alex, Maxine, 2004. Frank and Alex are draining whiskey bottles from intertwined hands while Maxine is cheering them on. Take the Cowhide album. The touch of preserved hide makes your skin crawl. You feel like this album's more than 100 years old, like it will crumble in your hands. Open the album. The pages are yellow and thin, and each is filled with duct tape instant print photographs that were oh so popular some 40 years ago. See what the album's story is. The album is mostly filled with instant print pictures of a man in a cowboy hat and a blonde woman that's taller than him. Below every photo are the names of Walter Kay and Helen Dewey, and dates in the time span of 1980 to 81. Seeing dozens of pictures from various locations, it seems to you Walter and Helen have explored a whole area, from mountain slopes to river canyons to vast open spaces of a desert. Battle for Dream Island. No, I've never heard of Battle for Dream Island. What? Does this suggest potty training is that popular? Were you not potty trained, Graham? Not as popular as it once was, I think. They got people shitting around nowadays. What's the point of all this walking? My feet hurt just from seeing all this. This looks like a nice couple. Must be nice to have someone to share a hobby with. There's a peculiar hunger that's evident in both their faces, even through faded photography, my bad. Hello, smuggler. He was pooped trained. He was trained to poop. I was trained to poop, and that's what I'll do. Hello, Kingsley. The following pages are filled with professional photographs of the modest wedding of Walter and Helen. He's still sporting a cowboy hat, but the suit is new. She's lovely in her lace wedding dress and high heels, and the date is February 2nd, 1982. The ranch house looms in the background of many celebratory pictures. It's practically unrecognizable from the ruin you saw today. Maybe that's my mistake. Should have hiked more with her. I am that decrepit ranch house. That is me. Your ruin was inevitable. After she's left you, it was only a matter of time. Hello, Roof. Hello, Akira. I believe they are talking about a show where the 78 objects compete in a Mr. Beast contest? Is that what it is? Moving on from the heartbreak, at the end of the album, you see 3 pictures. Helen is in a torn hospital gown, her hair messed up, her eyes bloodshot. Walter's right next to her, gleaming with pride. Both of them are holding a newly born baby, screams and blood smears and all. Helen is cradling hers protectively, while Walter is proudly displaying what is undoubtedly his newborn son. Below the picture you read Maxine and Alex Kay, and the date, September 17th, 1986. Come on, people, at least give him a bath before taking a picture. That would kind of ruin the whole point of the birth picture, wouldn't it? The next photograph shows Walter and Helen with children who are a few years older. Walter is holding Alex and is dressed like his clone, along with a baby cowboy hat, while Maxine is with her mom. The date is April 24th, 1988. So Walter was favoring Alex at first, then Maxine? The last photograph is taken by a real professional. Its colors are still bright and true. Walter is holding both Alex and Maxine on his shoulders, and Helen by the hand. Behind them is a large blue and red banner, Walter Kay, Mayor, for our children. The date is January 12th, 1988. Alright, I've seen enough. That's a preemptive goodbye. That's a new idea? That is a new idea. You've searched Maxine's entire room and found a CD with the name Jace written on it. That's a memory. The photos of little Alex that you saw in his sister's room come back to you. His mother died, and his father decided he's not good enough to be the next K patriarch. No wonder he felt abandoned. So he isolated himself, not to be hurt again. And then another memory unravels before you. You stand in the hallway of your family home. The scent of your mom's perfume still lingers, or maybe that's just your imagination. At your feet sits a suitcase, frayed at the edges, one of those old sturdy kinds that feels like it could last forever. The silence breaks, muffled running water, then the squeal of hinges. Your father steps out of the bathroom and stares at you bewildered. Eugene, what are you doing here? Did you just get back from a trip? No, Dad, we're going on a trip, you and me. Really? That's great. I haven't traveled since your mom. Where is the old girl? The spark of adventure drains out of him, replaced by worry and confusion. He looks around and listens, waiting for a familiar cue that someone of utmost importance is around here somewhere. Mom's traveling too. We'll meet her where we're going. Unfair of her to vanish like that, but also typical, isn't it? He's forgotten again that she left us. Forever. In moments like this, you feel the void where Mom's presence used to be. She grounded him, and she steadied you. Now that burden is all yours. Take your father by the hand. His rough grip is warm. It should impart a sense of security like when you were little. Instead, it makes you feel worse. There was a time he could read you with a glance, which makes being with this father here, now, so heavy, especially when you think about what's coming. Pick up the suitcase. It isn't heavy, considering a whole life fits inside it, or what's left of a life, that is. You're part of it, maybe the last link, maybe the most important, which is why you'd rather drop the case and run. But this needs to be done, and there is no one else to do it. So where are we going, son? You didn't tell me. I did, Dad, you just forgot. Right, old man, bad memory. What can you do? He's like a child, full of trust in you, as you prepare to hand him to the unknown, a place that's supposed to be better. I'm not capable of taking care of him. Keeping someone alive and safe, not just from the world, but from himself, is what matters most. Asking for help, even handing him to people who can do it better, is nothing to be ashamed of. It hurts, but watching him slowly disappear would hurt much more. This is the best option for both of you. Whatever the case, the road is laid out before you. All you have to do is follow it, hand in hand with your dad and his suitcase. The drive is enveloped in silence. He stares at the window, lost in thought. The quiet starts to gnaw at him. You should say or do something. Dad, what you thinking about? How this town has changed. I hardly recognize it. Everything changes just to end the same. That's what your mother used to say. Two things catch in your chest, the way he seems estranged from his own hometown, and how you've felt the same about the city since Mom left. How about the traffic? Suddenly, there are so many things to notice and discuss. Skittish drivers, roadwork signs, shifting lanes. You simply can't catch a breath. Your father doesn't seem to notice your efforts, sunk deep into his own thoughts. Better to keep driving and keep quiet. You need to stay steady, eyes on the road, a little distance between you and him. You pull into the lot in front of a large house, fenced so tightly the ground floor is almost hidden from the view. The only glimpse of the inner yard is through the black iron gate. What did I just read? He's closed both his eyes for about 29 times this stream alone. Oh! Ooh, 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 whoa, whoa. Do I play FNAF? No, not really. Dad, here we're here. This is it. Take the suitcase and lead Dad to the gates. Dad, I need to tell you something. He watches you carefully, fully focused, like he used to. You'll stay here for a while. You can't be on your own anymore, and I can't take care of you. Every word feels like a knife you're pressing into him again and again, and the blood flows. Yet he keeps looking at you, not understanding what you're really saying. No protest, no resistance, no let's talk it through, nothing. Just a silent nod. It lands like a knife, but now in your chest, and it stays there. Then let's go. Take the suitcase and lead Dad to the gate. By the gate sits a small booth, and from it, a chubby guard watches you with a tired, questioning look. Eugene Harrow, I've brought my father. The crunch of gravel on the path underfoot is the only sound as you approach the building. What kind of place has security at the door? Did you get famous, Yuji? And forget to tell me. He laughs, and you're briefly grateful. He hasn't called you Yuji in a really long time. It stings in a way you didn't expect. At the entrance, a middle-aged nurse in scrubs greets you, name tag unreadable, obligatory pen clipped to her pocket. Hey, Trex, hey, T-Rex, what's up? Trex is a good one, though. Don't ask how I've kept count. Good day. You must be Yuji. Hello, Ahmad. What's up? And this must be your father, Raymond. So nice to meet you. The stretched out vowels scrape across your nerves. You didn't know a voice could itch your brain like this. Every neuron is lighting up. Nod. Ma'am, no need to drag out the words. I'm not deaf to certain syllables. You miss this spark in him, his quick retorts. Only when it flashes out like this do you feel how absent it's been. How badly you need to not stand here and watch even that wink out forever. He's so sweet. We're gonna get along just fine. Is that his suitcase? May I take it? Keep it a moment longer. No problem. I'll take it later. I'm gonna settle Raymond in, and then we'll do the paperwork. She takes your father by the hand and leads him. Talking a mile a minute, he turns back to you, confused, mouth opening as if to say something. Dad, I love you. He nods, and in the next heartbeat, the nurse pulls his attention away with a relentless patter. As the two of them fade away, you spot a house slipper on one of his feet and a shoe on the other. This is too much. You need to leave while you still can. While it still feels okay. While the picture of him being at least partially himself still lives in your head. Grit your teeth and hold it together. Nurse is back, grinning from ear to ear. I've settled him in. He's still disoriented. That's so normal. It will probably take a few days for him to adjust. He'll probably ask to go home, so please avoid responding to that request, okay? Oh, God. Hello, Ahmad. Silent reflux. Gross. Let's do the paperwork, and then you can see him in his room before you head out. No, you can't see him again. Not now. It's too much. You know what? I'll come back tomorrow to finish that, okay? She gives you the practiced look of someone who's heard this 100 times. No judgment, no comfort, just pure understanding. Understood! May I take his suitcase now? Hand it over. It's done. Finished. You placed him somewhere safe. I've never felt so far away, but at the same time, I need that space. It's not my father, that's somebody else. I didn't know what to do with him. I never felt so far away, but at the same time, I need that space. Distance is what you need to digest this new state of affairs and learn how to live with it. He will soon start to forget who you are, so it won't matter to him if you're there or not, but for you, it would be too hard. It was a tough day, and you should leave it at that. You need to get in the car and go home. You're home. The tiredness really starts to creep in. Dad's story is down to the last pages, and soon even those will be blank. No need to continue reading it. You can just close the book before the end. God. Jesus fucking Christ. The father-son trip. Alex's mother died, and his father decided he's not good enough to be the next K patriarch. No wonder he felt abandoned, so he isolated himself so he wouldn't be hurt again. Let's commit. Have you really been abandoning others to prevent being abandoned? As Dr. Frink says, you should talk with him about this. Fucking God, dude. God. God. Are you gay? Are you gay? That's twice now. Alright. I think there's another magazine here we can read. This might be the 3rd chapter. The gorgeous redhead in the tight dress is still here, holding her gun. Let's take the book. Let's read the blurb. Liliana Miller. Lillian Miller is a decorated veteran detective of Gray City PD when several prostitutes are found dead and horribly mutilated in the poor areas of the city. Lillian volunteers to go undercover. The hunt for the serial killer, well, sends her into a spiral of fever romance, mystery, and self-discovery. Ooh, let's read. Let's read on. No, it's the end of the world! Fuck, I didn't get to read it. No! No! No, God! Why do I sound like SM? What is an SM? Is that suck mouth? Is SM for suck me off? Hello, Ollie.
Still with me,
Are you
Mr.
gay?
Harrow?
Thoughts on 30 degrees? Celsius? Or Fahrenheit? Fahrenheit is 30 degrees is a nice and comfy temperature as far as I'm concerned. Are you gay? So can you notice me now? Of course, Ahmad. Thoughts on 1984? Don't particularly like the book. It's whatever. Hello, Akatsuki. Oh, excuse me. Ryu gay? Finally. Still with me, Mr. Harrow. I have a question. I think I'd figure out something important about myself. I'm glad to hear that. It's not uncommon for a first session to nudge people toward this kind of realization. However, I'd like you to hold on to that thought until tomorrow for our next session. Let me at least give you the basic idea of it, and we can dig deeper in the next session. Well, I can spare a couple of minutes. Very well, Mr. Harrow. Tell me what's been going on in your head. Are you gay? Are you gay? Are you gay? What's this guy's name? What do you mean? Fact, there will be no next session. That is true. There is not going to be a next session. Why does everybody keep asking if I'm gay? I think it's because they're all 13. Oh, the guy in the game that I'm playing as? I'm playing as Eugene Harrow. Preemptive goodbye. Dr. Fink, I've realized I have issues with abandonment, especially when it comes to the people closest to me. His bushy eyebrows jump up, a small jolt of surprise and interest that you can feel as much as you can see. That's an important insight, Mr. Harrow. Can you give me a few examples of when you felt abandoned? After my parents left me. When my mother passed away, it felt like I was suddenly left on my own. After my not parents, partner. When my mother passed away, it felt like I was suddenly left on my own. That makes sense. An important relationship is gone for good, with all the good and the bad of it. Anything else? After my partner left me. Oh, okay, we're doing both. What's the drink on the table? Fuck if I know. Are you gay? Are you gay? Let's take a break. How about we take let's take a 30-minute break. This looks good. What game is this? This is Rue Valley. Why do I keep winking at you? I just really like all of you, and I have to keep winking at you for it's like a sexual innuendo. Coffee break? Let's all take a break. That's understandable. You were left on your own by someone you'd chosen to trust, that you believed would stand by you through both the good and the bad. Any other moment that got you thinking? My father's dementia made me feel completely cast away. For the people around, the ones whose fading, the failing of the mind can be even harder to bear than the failing of the body. It's like watching someone disappear piece by piece. And as he slowly vanished like that, you could only feel as if he'd left you behind. Not only purpose, but just as surely. Not on purpose, but just as surely. When did all this happen? About 4 years ago, all in the same year. Holy shit, dude. All of that in the same year? That must have been one hell of a period. Yeah, man, that's fucking rough. As we go back over these old moments, tell me, how do you react to the abandonment? I tend to shut down and pull away from the people when I suspect they're going to leave. I do it to avoid the pain. That is very well put, Mr. Harrow. I'm not sure I could have said it any clearer myself. So, did something happen recently that made you aware how important the issue is? Hang on. I got a bunch of hair all over my body. Opinions on cancer? Big fan. A lot of people not happy with it. Me? It should be killing more people. How's the weather down there? I don't have my phone. I don't know where my phone is, but it's 42 out, which isn't too bad. It's a little chilly today, but that's good. They keep telling me it's gonna snow, but I'm not sure. Well, what temperature does water freeze again? Would I rather be a furry or a femboy? Probably a femboy. Being a furry looks really expensive. I remembered an event some time ago. Sometimes tension and stress push all kinds of things to the surface, including situations we've tried to suppress. The very ones that can give us head start in understanding a problem. Surprised me too, honestly. Not all surprises are bad. That's something worth reminding ourselves of, myself included. This is very good news. Now comes the hard part. This is only the beginning of your journey towards changing it without work. It remains just an idea with nothing solid behind it. The tendency to protect yourself from pain is natural, but sometimes we steer away from both the pain and the relationship itself, just to avoid getting hurt. And when we do that, we often end up losing far more than we ever gain. He stops there, watching you or listening for the way your breathing changes, studying your reaction. Take a moment and think about it. The relationships you've had so far, how do they look now from the position of shutting yourself off to avoid pain? Like a series of botched attempts to connect with somebody. You were acting out of the basic human need, the need to connect, and you did it in the best way you knew how. This is probably happening across all kinds of relationships in your life. Some you've noticed, some you haven't yet. It's something to keep in mind, especially as you start trying to change how you relate to people. Which brings me to an important point. Sometimes a conscious decision not to distance yourself might work for a while, but eventually it will fail. And that's okay. You can't just tell yourself, I'm not going to do this anymore, and expect it to magically become true. Change doesn't happen overnight, especially not when we're dealing with ideas and experiences buried deep in the subconsciousness. But don't worry, Mr. Harrow, we'll take it one step at a time. Haste makes waste, as they say. Nod. The work ahead will, in time, make room for healthy relationships, whether with new people or with those already in your life. So how do you feel about it, Mr. Harrow? The future, I mean. How do you feel about it? Like something might actually change for the better. That's the core premise of all the therapeutic work, the hope that things can be different and that they should change for the better. There's still a long road ahead of us, but you should see this is not a roadblock pushing you off the course. Rather, as a small booster, something that can actually speed up your progress. I want to acknowledge your courage in talking about this and your willingness to believe that you can make your life better with my support. Nod. That was surprisingly less painful than you imagined, maybe even encouraging. It's not like you solved anything, but still, a glimpse of a better future can work. Small wonders on a tired soul. He glances at the clock, as always.
Right. That's it for today.
That's that.
You should go and check in at the office.
You really want to know if
room
I'm
is
British?
probably
I am
ready
not
now.
British. Is this game just a therapy session? It is, Corey. The game is mostly just a therapy session. You don't happen to shave, do you? Yeah, I'm clean shaven most days. I do grow hair. I'm doing like a laser treatment right now. That will get rid of my facial hair. Well, we actually worked through a ton there. Alex's mother died, and his father decided he's not good enough to be the next K-Patriarch. No wonder he felt abandoned, so he isolated himself so he wouldn't be hurt again. Have you really been abandoning others to prevent being abandoned, as Dr. Fink says? Who knows? Oh my god, dude, this web is gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger as we go throughout the game. What brand is my microwave? General Electric, I think? They still make microwaves, right? I don't remember. The one with the big-ass symbol, circle symbol on it. You living out there on the streets, it do be like that. Microwave a fork? Right now? Hey, Ahmad. Excuse me. Excuse me. Alright, let's see. We still need to, find another way into the K family house. We still need to access Frank's phone. I left it in the room. It should be charged by now. We still have to get inside Dr. Fink's room. It's pissing me off when someone says my name wrong. That's when it, I mean, that makes sense in real life, but when you're online, that's a you problem, man. Give me the master key card.
All right. Let's see. Ah, it's right.
Microwave a string of hair. A devil. Whichever still lingers in the back of my head. Alright. The phone is charging, but it's not. But isn't the phone charger in my bag? The crack covers most of the screen. See the battery percent. It's almost half full. Alright, pick it up. Sweet. Frank's phone. Maybe the pin is connected to Judy somehow. That line of thinking has its merits. A 4-letter word represented by numbers, something to do with Judy. On the screen, you can even see the letter under the numbers. Now, what's that one special word that Frank would use? 5839 Judy, 5847 stay, 5683 love. Love is all around, but the shaking animation says that's not the pin. 5847 stay. Oh, how romantic. A plea for her to stay. Except no, it's not that either. Third time's the charm. 5839 Judy. Finally, the generic lock screen fades away, and you can almost hear the pixels screaming as they die. A woman in a Coral Destiny spacesuit greets you instead, her face shining with a contagious smile. The cracked screen goes right across the entirety of her body, shattering that smile. Damn. Hello, Sky. What's up? Are you able to break into anybody's home? That's all we've been doing the entire game, Nathan. We've broken into like 6 homes now. Hello, James. Hello, H-Bomb. A radioactive string of hair. Very good. What are my pronouns? Good question. Good question, Ryuki. Good question. That spacesuit did shit all to save you, lady. God, what a response. No wonder Frank lost his mind. She's beautiful. If that's not an omen, I don't know. Judy, I presume. Right on the money. Check the email app. Check the internet connection. Browse to the text messages. You're assaulted by a seemingly endless list. Most of the texts have never been opened, as is signified by the little number in the bubble icon. This is like looking for a needle in a haystack without even knowing for sure there's a needle in there. Maybe check the top? Skim read the contact names. The vast majority of which are unknown numbers seem like Frank isn't a paragon of organization. Those few names you do see are familiar and obvious nicknames. Some familiar, Smiley Riley, Old Man B, Double T, Please, Shrink Fink, Boss Lady. Check the oldest message. You had to scroll down so much that you don't have an opposable thumb anymore, at least not for a while. And all for an automated message for the mobile network operator with instructions on how to activate this phone. That makes sense. Hey, Alaskan, what's up? Hello, Electric. Would you break into people's homes outside? Maybe if I were on a time loop. But, maybe not in this lifetime. Maybe a search. Well, what are you looking for exactly? Judy? Seems to be the only person Frank really exchanged messages with. The last chain of texts reads, "Hey, before I go radio silent, watch me fly off from the hill tonight. For good luck, you know." Frank responded, "What makes you think I'm not already there to see you become a firefly?" And Judy concludes, "And if you really miss me, I left you a present with it. You'll be able to see us for at least 2 days." There's no reply to that, but something seems off. Become a firefly? That's oddly prophetic. Somebody messed with the texts. There does seem to be a gap. Ask yourself, who would benefit? The next chain starts with Judy. "Hey, where did I leave my toolbox?" Frank never responded. There's just a gap and another response from Judy. "What's it doing in there?" "Never mind. Thanks." Dig deeper. Dig deeper for the juice, for the results. Are you in pain? Getting there. I'm slowly dying. Bro, I'm actually alive. At first, it seems to be more of the same. Expressions of love mingled with mundane, everyday chit-chat. What do you do exactly in this game? You walk around. What catches your eyes are apparent... Oh, wow. Lucane? Lacune? Lacune? Our apparent Lacune in the conversation, like rogue virtual black holes, just opened up, swallowed them whole, and vanished. Frank must have deleted some messages. The phone's memory must have been damaged when the phone was messed up. That would have caused a random mayhem of deleted texts. No, this seems deliberate, specifically targeted. No, it's more likely Frank took a proverbial crowbar to some of the texts. Seems like words never stop hurting, even if they are just virtual. But were they fighting, or just expressing their love so profoundly that it turned into post-mortem pain? Before you know it, you've reached the end of the first message that Judy ever sent to Frank. "I had a blast tonight. You free tomorrow? I'll take you to a hill. We can watch the stars together." Knowing what I know, that text makes me feel sour. And you know a fraction of the story. Imagine how the whole thing makes Frank feel. Let's do another search. Anything else other than walking around? Nope. You don't do anything. Ow. Am I actually blinking or is my avatar just glitching? We'll never know. Let's do a Riley search. There's a message from this very evening. A red message from today. Uncharacteristic of Frank. I'll be at the motel at 8 p.m. Please be there. We need to talk. So Smiley Riley was waiting for Frank all along. Is waiting for Frank. Scroll through Riley's text and see what catches your eye. Guess what? What's up? Someone's either dead or they got a bit freaky on the hill. That's true, true. Main character sure is a tall fellow. But yeah, it seems like Eugene stands at a particularly tall rate. There's nothing. Oh shit. A long stretch of silence, more than a year. Maybe they were out of touch for that time span. People fight, you know? Must have been a hell of a fight if the silence lasted for more than a year. True. Ryan Reynolds jump scare. And even after that period, there aren't as many texts. As far as you can see, mostly irregular organization, where and when to meet. One or both of them must hate texting, or they weren't that close. Dig deeper. You scroll and scroll, your thumb tip going numb from the choke screen. Crack screen, rather. And then, come to Rusty's tonight, I want to meet Judy. I want you to meet Judy. I never really imagined Riley as a matchmaker. Maybe it was a desperation move. But back to the messages from other contacts. Let's do another search. What are you looking for? I don't know. Maybe try to search some other time when you actually have an idea what you're searching for. How about the most recent messages? A lot of text for a game that hates texts. Yeah, I guess so, which is really funny. It is simply a reflection of the character who hates himself. On the top are 3 texts, all from today. The first one is from Double T, please unopened. The next is from Boss Lady, surprisingly opened, and lastly a text from Smiley Riley, also opened. How about the Boss Lady texts? There's a chain of several messages, all from today. Frank, you know I'm flexible and all, but Anita's car must be fixed like yesterday. She's calling me so much I want to bite a shotgun. Alright. Earlier today, call Anita. Now, it's urgent. There must be something interesting here. If it's all about Anita's car, it must be something interesting. Or not. As far as you can skim read, it's all about work. But you do see Frank has very flexible working hours. Blocked by nosy, I give up. Since I'm here! Hell yeah. What's in the suitcase? Snakes! They put a bunch of snakes in the suitcase. As the thumb glides across the cracked screen, you scroll down, and finally, there's something. A text from weeks ago. Listen, Frank, I got 3 cars that are rusting here for 3 fucking weeks. If you don't want to work, just say so and let us part ways. And the best, juiciest thing? Frank didn't even respond. As far as I've seen, Frank didn't respond to a single text. Maybe he's not an aficionado of the written word. That's it as far as Boss Lady texts are concerned. Alright. More recent messages? On the top there are 3 texts, all from the day. The first one is from Double T. Alright, we opened that one. Let's go to Smiley Riley's texts. A red message from today. Uncharacteristic of Frank. I'll be at the motel at 8 p.m. Please be there. We need to talk. So Smiley Riley was waiting for Frank all along. Is still waiting for Frank. Let's scroll through Riley's texts. There's nothing. A long stretch of silence, more than a year. Maybe they were out of touch for that span. What are they communicated by other means? What, like Chrome messages? Oftentimes the simple solution is the most probable one, you know? No need to delve into fantasy lands. And even after that period, there aren't any texts, as far as you can see. Mostly a regular organization, where and when to meet. One or both of them must have hate texting, or they weren't that close. How about we dig deeper? You scroll and scroll, your thumb tip going numb from the cracked screen. Oh yeah, we already read all this. Doo 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 doo. Check the most recent messages again. Check the other texts. They put snakes in the they put snakes in the suitcase, man. Wow. How many folk do you know named Frank? I don't know anybody named Frank in my own life, but I imagine there's a ton of Franks out there. They're all eating hot dogs. Check the other texts. I guess not. What does Anita want from Frank? Check her messages. To your surprise, there's only two. First one is from earlier today. Frank, pick up the phone now. It's important. Yeah, he called her right away, sure. Your deep faith in your fellow human beings is astounding, but in this case, it's justified, seeing as Frank never even opened this text. The second message is also from today, some 10 minutes before the start of the loop. I still think you're a selfish shithead, but I have to admit, you're right. If only you could take your own advice. Takes balls to admit you are wrong, especially you a shithead. Especially if you act like a shithead, you're like yourself. That's it, no more messages. Okay, I guess we'll stop checking the messages then. Check the email app, the internet connection, and call somebody are pretty much all internet. Let's call somebody. Great idea. If only you knew anyone here. Alas, it's not like you've swapped phone numbers with anyone. How about recent calls? Dial your own phone number is very funny. To be frank, there is a lot of Franks. Very true. Very true. Your fingers hover, then dive in. You open the list of recent calls, partially obscured by a large diagonal crack on the screen. Half expecting a familiar name to jump out and offer comfort in its recognition, instead you find a blur of strangers. Names drift by, each one meaningless, hollow, just tags for people you'll never meet. The sheer randomness starts to feel personal, like the phone itself is mocking you. Just a random person from the list. Your finger falls on an old man B, but even before the first ring you hear, your service has been temporarily suspended due to non-payment. Please make a payment to restore service. Temporarily suspended? What a perfect description of your situation. Alright, internet and email are we're gonna have to look for an internet connection on that one. So, let's go back to Kuiper Belt. Let's go back to Kuiper Belt. After we check our brain. You gain access to the phone, now the only thing that's left to do is search through it. She was, and every loop still is waiting for Frank at the motel. Poor girl. Teenagers when you swear. I'm so glad that every teenager is like a Puritan now. To the Kuiper Belt, folks. I'm not picking up this phone call. You can't make me pick up this phone call. Don't do it. No. No, 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 no. Bye. Dude, my phone's almost dead now, too. For some reason, I thought Anita was a Roomba. Alright, the edges of the phone are worn and bruised like cobwebs. Let's check the email app. Before it loads, the app notifies you that it's probably connected to the internet. The inbox is full of unread emails, mostly promotions and notifications. Buried underneath all that junk, you see some messages from real people. A lot of personal stuff, but also some weird things among the rest. Let's get into that personal email juice. If you were hoping for a treasure trove of information, there's only disappointment here. Seems like Frank's not too keen on emails. There's a message from a familiar name, Ben Fleming, and another from Rosetta Simmons. What's fucking Ben up to, man? He's right behind us. When the mail subject is thought of you, you don't know what exactly to expect. The whole email is an image, a man with his face stuck under the hood of a car, smoke billowing from the engine, sun setting behind a cliff at his back. There's a caption as well: when your car breaks down by the roadside, at least you have a good view. Gross. Well, at least Ben is trying to cheer Frank up. True. What do you know? Maybe Frank likes dad jokes. Who the hell is Rosetta Simmons? Frankly, you're still not returning our calls. Hope you're taking care of yourself. Paul and I are coming to the valley for an anniversary. If you can't be at the memorial, let us take you out to dinner, at least. She might be gone, but you're still family. Oh, that's Judy's mom. And a classy lady at that, wanting to take Frank out to dinner. Aww. Aww. Do you have something in your eye? Yeah. Check what notifications Frank is getting at. A seemingly endless list of notification from Frank's bank, Coral Destiny, and a mobile network operator. How about the mobile network operator? A list of messages notifying one Frank Anderson that he must pay his phone bills from the past 3 months or risk losing his registered number and facing a lawsuit. Frank must be a dead brokey or just so preoccupied that he forgot to pay the bills. A dead end anyhow. None of these emails were ever touched by a human, Frank included. Check how many mails there is. You scroll and scroll. The list seems endless. You'll have to come up with something else. Oh, promo material. A list of offers from online shops, mostly for car tools, spare parts, and radio equipment. That seems to go on forever. Car tools and spare parts, I get, but radio equipment. What? A man can't have a hobby? We in the future. We in the future. Thoughts on windshields? I love to run headfirst into a windshield. That's just me though. There's a number of emails with the exact same subject, and you're not sure if they're a part of the chain or different emails. I'll read the first ever email from that sender. It takes some scrolling, but you find it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 112,524. 11,125 starts the conversation. My place tonight. I knew it. Frank had a lover. This is why all the secrecy. You would just love that, wouldn't you? The very thought makes you salivate. Frank simply responds, I can't tonight, busy. Then just a couple of minutes later, come on. My place, 21H. Dad will be asleep. M works late. I have a new toy to show you. A toy. A toy confirms he has a lover. Decades of stuffing your face into other people's often unwashed laundry because you're mind to think only of dirt. After a couple of days, Frank sends another email. Tonight again, same time. It's that time of year, again. The reply, of course, I have something special for tonight. Just come and bring some whiskey. If it was any more obvious, there would have been a nude in the email. Now that would be some juice. Then another mail from the same responder. If you're right about the source of the signal, we discovered something big. I'll expunge this whole account. You do the same. Before deleting the account, remember to manually delete the whole archive. Source of the signal. For once, Frank's carelessness works in my favor. Not flying through a windshield in slow motion, no. As fast as possible. Before you go, all smug face. Wait, there's even more. Frank sends another email straight after the last. We have to continue listening to the signal. To your surprise, responded. Didn't I tell you to delete all that? Do you want them to catch us? Shut it down. Your mind starts reeling with questions. What signal has Frank chasing? After. What's its source? Fucking aliens, dude. Aliens. It has to be something about Judy. Aliens. It's aliens. Highly unlikely. And what's the real identity of this person? Who could be so paranoid? Except you, of course. Well, I'll ask around. Come on, that mouth was made for talking. Alright, there's more emails, I'm sure. Before it loads, the app notifies you that it's properly connected to the internet. A seemingly endless list of emails summons. How about the strange emails? There's a number of emails with the exact same subject, and you're not sure if they're part of a chain or different emails. Oh, open one at random. Oh, no, it's the same one. Okay. skip through that. It's aliens. Aliens. It's aliens. Email app done. Check the internet connection. You can see that the phone is connected to Kuiper Belt. Seems like the internet works. Alright, that's that. Whoa, we finally got through his phone, dude. Jeez. Oh. Fucking aliens, man. Wow. Much like the Scout TF2 line. Aliens? Alright, Frank's phone has been searched through. You managed to bring the phone back to life. Unfortunately, it won't stay that way, but at least now you know where you can do it again. Done. Let's see. That's the signal. A memory. Frank was trying to catch some radio signal. The signal must be somehow connected to the time loop. He had an email conversation with someone mysterious person. Their email is this.com. Oh, can I shoot him an email? Will they let me send this guy an email? The edges of the phone are worn and bruised like cobwebs. The cracks on the screen have been there for a while. You have to wonder what kind of man would torture himself like this, forcing himself to see the love of his life every time he unlocks his phone. One who knew eternal love. Always a hopeless romantic. Can I shoot him an email? It's not a quest, but... No. I guess no, because I think they burnt it. I think he burnt the emails, yeah. Have I beaten this game before? Nope. They're turning the freaking frogs gay, Corey. You may be asking yourself, where is the space crack? And, it would be wise to do as such. Alright, we have to get inside Dr. Fink's house. I'm not sure if I can make it back in time. So let's just try to find another way into the K Ranch. There's a gentleman we have not spoken to yet. Let's see if we can get to the house before the world ends. Holy shit. Big ass... Oh, never mind. Too late. Oh god! Oh god, my brain! Oh god!
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
I have a question. Do you happen to know anyone whose email is this?
Pardon me? Could you repeat that?
Could you repeat that? Starting to write it down, he does so painstakingly, number by number. Underscore. Carefully, the line is drawn beneath. This number.
At email.com. Got it.
Got it. He pauses for a moment, his eyes fixed on the note. A flicker of curiosity in his gaze, or maybe it's just your wishful thinking.
No, I'm afraid that doesn't sound familiar at all. Why exactly are you asking me this? What does it have to do with our therapy?
None whatsoever.
Let's stick to the subject at hand, then, shall we? No wandering off into All right, then. You should go and...
No wandering, just like, hey, have you heard of this email? What are you doing? Creeping up on your therapist. Breaking into an old ranch house? What for? You're completely lost. You have zero clue how to stop the loop, and it shows. Like a tsunami crashing in before you can breathe, the emotions surge, a flood of feelings, overwhelming, unstoppable. You need to act, something, anything, to release the pressure building up inside you. Quick breaths, stop the panic before it hits. Not here, not in public. Oh, shit. I think I just died. Hey, you okay? You sound like you're really not. Like it or not, you caught her attention. I didn't know it could be that hard seeing Dr. Fink. Was it something in particular? Something in particular? She's asking if something special happened. No. Now you'll have to explain. You must explain to her. I'm stuck in a time loop, a real time loop. This everything keeps repeating over and over. Who knows how many times. She opens her mouth to say something, but you're faster. The dam's broken, and now it's all pouring out. It starts at exactly 8, always the same, still with me, Mr. Harrow, and it's driving me insane. Every time I leave Dr. Fink's office, you're banging on that damn machine, swearing because you need coffee. Robin harasses me with key cards and keeps repeating the entire history of how those damn locks were installed. At 8:38, lightning strikes and it jolts me a little every single time. Exactly at 8:47, the sky explodes and everything resets. She watches you carefully, like she's either studying you or mapping out an escape route in her head. Sounds like me, and if And if it sounds like me, then you're probably telling me some kind of truth, I guess. Robin harasses me with keycards and keeps repeating the history of how those damn locks were installed. But yeah, that tracks. She does love her keycards. At 8:38, lightning strikes me. It jolts me a little every time. That's oddly specific. At exactly 8:47, the sky explodes and everything resets. She nods slowly. So let me get this straight. The doctor greets you the same way. I bash the machine, Robin floods you with keycards, lightning freaks you out, and then the sky catches fire. Ever had caffeinated hard candy? I have not, Graham. I've had a Cliff Bar. Does that count? I've had a caffeinated Cliff Bar. Did I miss anything? I also found out some objects don't reset, and I don't know why. Colored me surprised, something new in the loop. That's not bad at all, actually. It's not, but that's not how a time loop is supposed to work. Sounds like you've grown to like the time loop, gotten used to its ups and downs, so much so that now change actually bothers you. Look, I get that something weird must have happened. I mean, just looking at how you're reacting. Weird doesn't even begin to cover it, believe me. You pause, take a deep breath. The thought that all of this is for nothing starts to weigh on you, but you push through. Probably sounds like nonsense to you. You don't believe any of it anyway. Now hold on, just because it sounds weird, and trust me, it doesn't mean it's impossible. I mean, the universe is full of strange and unexplainable shit. What I'm trying to say is, anything's possible these days. People colonizing other worlds, multiverses, temporal relativity. Don't even get me started on what might hit you in space. When you mention a time loop, a bunch of theories popping up. Cognitive feedback loops, strange radiation, a glitch in the simulation. That's just off the top of my head. Cognitive feedback loop. It's an idea that trauma or extreme stress can trigger a neurological echo. It can create the sensation that time is repeating. Missing out? Maybe that counts. Except it's not even candy. Well, might as well be. How much sugar they pack in those things. But hey, that's Dr. Fink's territory, not mine. I'm not trying to meddle in that kind of stuff. It started after I got to Root Valley. Alright, just forget what I said, please. Anyway, we can go back and forth all day about causes and effects, but what you really need is proof. Solid evidence that this time loop you're talking about is real. Or to put it in a nice little jingle, you can talk the talk, but can you prove the proof? How am I supposed to prove a time loop from the inside a time loop? Everything resets. Well, there's Frank's phone, but using it might raise more questions than you're ready to answer right now. Better keep that thing hidden. Okay, fair, but maybe start by figuring out what's actually going on. Then show it. Show it to me, for example. Prove that you already know what's going to happen before it does. You know, like in those movies where the person memorizes every little moment and suddenly knows what everyone is about to do. Who would believe that kind of evidence? Well, I'd at least consider it. That's a start. It's just an idea, though. I'm sure you'll come up with other ways to prove it. You're the one living through it, after all. Oh shit, look at the time. I gotta dash. Good luck with the evidence. Or, to end this in the spirit of our little chat, see you next loop. She's so cool. She's so cool. Hello, Suck Mike. Hello, Suck Mike Hawk 69. Hello, Suck Mike Hawk 69. Thank you, Riley. You the best, girl. You the best. That's why you the best. Can you prove that you're in a loop? It seems that she was not that skeptical about your vent about the time loop. With a bit of effort, you might be able to convince her. You're still hung up on that time loop confession and the way she reacted to it, aren't you? Indeed. She's the only one here who has given any thought to your demise. Not like Robin. Not like any of them. So the one person who actually bothered to listen to you, Riley's the only one who might believe you about the loop, if you could just find a way to prove it to her. How would I even prove something like that? Let's consider. Maybe I can show that I know stuff, things only she was supposed to know. Now that's gonna be real tough. You've only got 47 minutes and she's always on the move. How do you get someone to open up with a clock ticking like that? Maybe I could show her Frank's phone. That would only make things more complicated. How are you supposed to explain having his phone when she doesn't even know you? And you can't exactly prove you and Frank ever met. Maybe I could speak her words before they even leave her lips. Wow, creepy much? Hard to tell if she's gonna bolt or just deck you, and let's face it, she packs a punch. That's all well and good, but you'll need some kind of actual proof. Something you can show her that makes sense in her world. She did suggest you try and figure out everything happening in the loop, so why not just do that? Sure, I can map out what her facts are, specifically how those 47 minutes actually unfold. So do it! Track some key details, lay them out for her, minus the stalker vibe. So, should I deliver a speech? How about something more low-key, like plain old paper, lined with keys, details, events? 4 events ought to cover it all. 5 standout events, may record 3 remarkable moments. With 2 memorable events? What if I describe 1 noteworthy event in full detail? 4 events ought to cover it all. True, but if there aren't that many, you'll have to cut it down. Exactly, I'll just write down 5 standout events. 5 is quite a lot, and it's questionable if there are even 5 memorable things. How about 3 remarkable moments? 3 should do just fine to make a point. So you need 3 events from within these 47 minutes, and then write them down in chronological order? And then what? You give it to her? When? At the start of the loop. So essentially the moment you step out of the office. So you gather 3 events, write them down, hand them to Riley at the start of the loop. Sounds like a plan. Then at the end of the loop, we meet, we go through the list together, and poof, prove the proof. Now, which moment would qualify as important or telling? When the water from the vending machine splashed her. Yeah, that one's impossible to ignore. Alright, that one's ticked off. 2 more to go. When she stepped into a puddle at the graveyard. Nothing screams fun like reliving that gem. That's 2 down, you need 1 more. I have to find out what's missing. No other way around it. Good luck with that. You need to find at least 3 memorable moments that happened to her during these 47 minutes. Best to do that in the most inconspicuous way. Just watch her from afar, pick a bench or something. She gets splashed by the vending machine each time. No way she'll forget that. She steps into a puddle at the cemetery. We all remember that squishy feeling while walking after. I'm fucking squishing around. Sure sounds like I want a long stream today. Not even close, Graham. I got places to be. Alright, everybody. That was Rue Valley. Who would have thought? Oh, God. Oh, my back. There was a lot going on today in that game. A lot more than I thought. We still haven't even gone through the whole... I got distracted by this subplot, man. We still haven't even gone through the whole Cave Family Ranch. We still need to find a way in. Make sure to rest that throat. I will try. I will try not to do a lot of talking for the rest of the day. I'm not sure, though. We'll see how it goes. That's gonna be it for me today. What's today? Today is Thursday. That means tomorrow is Friday, and it's Team Fortress Friday. We'll see how that goes. Eventually, I do want to add more space maps and medieval maps to the server. We'll see though. But all right, everybody, I'm gonna be taking off. I hope everybody has a good rest of their day. A happy New Year if you're new. A bad New Year if you're old. Something like that. I don't know. Goodbye, everybody. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Johnny.